Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for the manga chapter review. Welcome once again. We're going to do finally back to the Ichinose family deadly sins. This is going to be on chapter 43. There is 4 chapters, well actually 3 more chapters. Time of recording, there'll be 4 by the time this video releases. Already out for me to read after this one, so bear with me. I am going to try to catch up on this series. Shoujo no, I pretty much am all caught up with it. Last video I recorded should have been already me caught up. So yeah, this chapter was really interesting. I have a lot of possibilities that I might have of what might be happening, but I don't know yet what is happening completely. So before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. If you are into the Ichinose Family Deadly Sins series just like I am, then follow me, subscribe to this channel. I have quite a bit of videos on it. I reviewed it chapter by chapter, sometimes a few chapters at a time. It is an amazing series, and it's coming to a conclusion, I believe, from what I hear, so I'll have to be choosing another one pretty soon. So also, if you want to further support the channel, you guys can always comment, like, and share, because that helps tremendously. And check out my other videos here on my YouTube channel, because I have quite a bit of manga chapter reviews as well as manga volume reviews and hauls and TikToks and just everything. So make sure you guys are following me here for more. So we're going to be talking about chapter 43 on the Ichinose Family Deadly Sins. It is quite a impactful chapter. Sota and Tsubasa have reawakened in the dream, and it seems like only Dad is the only one that knows what's going on. Now, chapter 42, Dad essentially confesses that he is happier in the dream, and he believes the family is better off to be in the dream. So chapter 43 starts with Tsubasa and Sota trying to figure out what they can do to reawaken themselves, and they start discussing basically what they can do, what they should do, and through the discussion they are overheard by their mom. Now the mom chimes in and wants to know more about them. What can she do for them? And she's being a little nosy, if you will, but she insists that she can help. Now Tsubasa, being Tsubasa, tries to include her and starts having a conversation with her, but Sota kind of spaces out and he leaves. Now, for half the chapter, it's really Sota struggling with mom wanting to help. And the reason is Sota kind of has a flashback, and that's kind of half the chapter, is his mom and everyone else were never there for him. They always wanted him to be there for them, but not vice versa. So it's just basically it becomes almost of a trauma that he feels like they want him to just kind of be like the counselor, be an ear, but they don't want to be an ear for him. So he kind of goes with the whole like, we never listen, now you want to listen now, now you want to listen now, you never listen. So he's kind of toxically going through that and almost telling himself that there's no going back, right? And you can see how he struggled through it. He heard his dad's issues with work and how he would get drunk, and then when it was time for him to share, there wasn't enough time. His mom always complained about the dad and never gave him time of the day to hear about his new photography, passion. His brother and sister, they were younger. I wouldn't blame him, but he still blames them that they would always just tell him how great their day was and just never asked them. It's such a, what's the word? I connect to it there, and I think a lot of males, and maybe not all males, but also even females, a lot of adults that are in a parent position, although he's not a parent, can relate to that. Where you get home, you ask your wife about how their day was. She gives you a report on all the bad things the kids did, all the bad things the dogs did. You ask the kids how their day was, and they told you about all the great things they did, all the bad things they got, and you go through their homework. You ask them about everything. You ask, and you receive so much from them, but almost rarely do they say, hey dad, like, what about you, like, how was work and stuff like that. Now personally, I actually called my wife on this, and we are now purposely reaching each other out and telling each other out how our days are mutually instead of just one-sided, because yeah, I relate to what Sota is actually going through. It feels like whenever you come to an issue, which he did, the family broke his camera, he basically had an outburst. It seems like such a big outburst, because it feels like the whole family's like, well, it came out of the blue. Well, it didn't for him. It wasn't out of the blue for him. It was years of him being ignored, years of him struggling with this, trying to share his passion, and no one really listening. And I know, like I said, I relate to it, and I think a lot of guys and even women who just get on the on the usual of helping and feeding off and giving support and all that, and not receiving it vice versa, can then be damaging to them. So pretty good first episode, a pretty good 43rd chapter, to be honest. It ends with a little reconciliation. The mom goes with him and says, you know what, I haven't been listening, I want to listen now, tell me about it, like, I want to know. And she shows him the photograph book, and she's like, hey, I found this, you're very passionate in photos. He's like, yeah, but grandpa is so obsessed with me being a scientist. Like, doesn't matter, I'll talk to him about it, right? So she's reaching out to him, and he finally feels heard. And there's even like an image of him feeling like he's a little kid, like he's finally getting the support and love that he wants. Now, the chapter ends with Soichi talking to Tsubasa, the sister, about how the dream is not too bad. And he's like, wait, what do you mean it's not too bad? We don't get really much from that. And then the mom just kind of is reminiscing again on the book, and we don't know what that means either. So here's where I think, before I end this video, I think that they are, this is a little bug flying around here, they are all conscious of the dream. They just acting like they're not. I think that they know what's going on, and I think they're purposely not reacting to it because they themselves feel like if they do, then they're gonna be going back to the reality which they hate. So is it a dream? Probably. I don't know how they got themselves in this dream world, so I don't know if even the previous time that we saw was even a dream or not. So we'll see what happens in the next 3-4 chapters that are out. I'm excited to read the next one, so I was really trying to get this video out so I can get the next one read and reviewed. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, go check out the other videos that I have on this. Thank you again for watching this, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.